week to finish. The day we found out we got canceled, they actually let everybody go home early. Tim Minear was shooting that episode, he was the director, and he said, well, I think it's best if we all just call it for today and go home and process. And so we got very drunk. And then it was so up and down. In a way, we were all kind of like, well, let's make the most of it and have the best week and have as much fun as we possibly can, which we did. We just screwed up take after take and laughed and goofed around, and it was great. But, you know, it was sad. It was really heartbreaking. It was really heartbreaking because we knew it was a great show, and all of these other shows on the network got picked up, and we didn't. And it was really, really frustrating. You know? Yeah, thank you.
Is there, through that journey and through others, what sort of advice do you give people when it comes to, like, experiencing failure and, you know, things that just don't pan out the way you expect?
Well, nothing pans out the way you would expect in this business. You know, the majority of shows that people do get canceled, or the majority of jobs you do are quick. You know, you're kind of in and out, so you can never really get too attached to something. It's just frustrating when you know it's really great and it didn't get what it deserved, didn't get the attention it deserved. But, you know, having said that, the shows that did get picked up were a show called Fastlane and something else, and I don't know of any Fastlane conventions, so or is that?
Share this, but any roles that you got passed on that after it went out to the world, you're like, whew, thank goodness.
Oh yeah. You know, all the no's I've said, I'm very lucky to say that I have not regretted a single one.
No names? Nothing? Yeah, there you go. Go ahead.
So you mentioned that Stargate was filmed in your hometown. Were you kind of like the go-to girl for all the good places to eat and like the best night spots? Did you totally take advantage of that?
No, because, well, they'd all been at it for a while. I came into Stargate late, at the end of season 3, I think. So they were all, they'd been in Vancouver for a while. Also, David Hewlett had been living in Vancouver forever, and so yeah, no. No.
Poor Joel.
I know, poor me. Poor overeating me.
Go ahead.
Right. In terms of, in regards to the cancellation of Firefly, what kind of reaction did you expect from the audience? And like, how do you feel about that, the fan base now and stuff like that?
Well, we were under the impression, we were told that no one was watching it. We were under that impression.
They lied to you.
Yeah, well, we were on Friday nights at 8 or something. Anytime you're on a show and you get the Friday nights at 8 time slot, it's like, well, it was nice working with you. Take care, because we're all about to lose our jobs. So we were very surprised when we went to our first convention, I think a couple of years later, maybe 2 or 3 years after that, and saw how many people were watching and loved it. And then it was all kind of word of mouth. It just started to grow and grow and grow and grow. And, you know, like I said, I've seen the world because of that show. I do these conventions all over the world, and I'm now able to take my family with me, and my kid is going to be able to see the world too. And, you know, I'm so insanely grateful for that, because it's so unusual. And I never knew going to that audition that I would have the life I have now.
You think by now, like, everyone would have seen the show, but you shared a great story of, I think it was a neighbor or a friend that,
Oh yeah. No, that was just, I can't remember where it was, but someone was talking about Firefly. They were like talking about it to me. Like, have you seen it, kind of thing. I don't really understand how to respond to this. So I was like, well, I was in that show. And he's like, you were? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, who did you play? And I'm like, I was the mechanic. And he's like, no. It's really weird. Yeah, but we have, you know, one of our neighbors in our building when we moved in, we were moving in and stuff, and he said, hi, oh, nice to meet you, I'm so-and-so, I live next door, and I know you from somewhere. I'm like, you know, what am I going to say, right? I'm an actor on TV. I'm never gonna say that. So I'm like, I don't know. Where'd you go to school? Oh my God, I need to get out of this conversation. But he was like, yeah, no, it's somewhere. I don't know. It's like, yeah, okay, I'll see you around. And then we saw him in the parking lot, and he was like, I remembered what it was. It's Firefly. And I'm like, cool. So you're my neighbor.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm shaking.
Well, that's a crazy makeup going on there. Go for it.
Awesome.
What was your favorite cast member on Firefly?
Kids are brutal. Wisconsin kids are
I don't know. God. Oh no. I don't know. I love them all for very different reasons. You know, they're very different people. It's really hard to say. It's really hard for me to say. I just don't know.
A special moment from someone that you can remember.
Lots. It's been 14 years with these people. You know, it's.
Practical joke.
I don't know. Sure, lots.
Okay.
I mean, it's been a long time. Yes. Get me out of this.
First of all, I just wanted to let you know, I have a son, and he was also a very easy baby, and I had that same exact fear. If I had a second, I'm going to pay for this. I had a second, she was even easier. So
Really?
yes, so I just wanted to let
That
that
gives me faith. Thank you.
Yes,
Maybe I'm just gonna have really easy mellow babies.
I know. I'm hoping that's the trend. So.
Someone said to me, they were like, you know, when you have a fussy baby, it means you have a very intelligent child. And I was like, whatever. I'm cool with that. I'm happy with the mellow kid.
Yeah. So my question is, say Joss Whedon calls you tomorrow and says, Firefly, we're rebooting. What would your reaction be?
Great. Okay.
Would you be on
What's
board?
in? Of course. Everybody would. Everybody would.
And then they have to find a way to bring Wash back to life, right?
Yeah, well, Alan has his own ideas for that. Don't get him started, please.
He might not know the show's over right now. He
No,
might still-
Alan has some really interesting ideas about lots of things.
I was actually just wondering, did you have an actually favorite scene that you shot when you were doing Firefly?
My favorite ones were always the big group ones around the dining room table. Those were always the most fun because we were all in the same room together and got really hyper and laughed a lot.
Did you have a lot of bloopers then?
Oh yeah, we had a fair amount, I'm sure. That blooper reel could have been very long. Yeah, it was fun. None of those guys took themselves seriously, which is the best. You know, when you're working with actors who are just really serious or method, you know, all that nonsense. Sorry, it's nonsense. You are, you know, you have a very easy job. You memorize your lines, show up on time, stand on your mark. You know, you say words other people have written, and you call it a day, you know? When people get really fancy about it and entitled about it, it drives me crazy. So there was just no egos there at all. It's really nice.
Do you, you know, you've been playing in the sci-fi genre and playing mechanical innovator types, inventor types. Is that something you naturally gravitate towards, or does it come seek you out?
No, it just seeks me.
Yeah,
you know, once you've done it once, I tell you, yeah, it just seems to find you. Or people go, oh, you know, it'd be great for that. But yeah, I know nothing of inventing any mechanical nothing. I'm not mechanically inclined whatsoever. Sadly, sorry.
Is that?
I like cheese.
You need to like work in a cheese factory or something like that.
Yeah.
Is there a role that you would love to just go after, like just a completely,
Lots.
yeah.
You know, lots. I mean, but it changes all the time, you know? I used to say I really want to do an action movie and do lots of action, and then, you know, I got a little taste of that, and I was like, I don't want to do that anymore. It's a lot of work, you know? Anything where you have to do tons of stunt rehearsals it's tough.
That's in that cheese eating time. So.
Yeah, like I'm happy being the person that's like, you guys go, have a great time, see you when you get back, kind of character. Which is why I book a lot of those roles.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so earlier you were talking about how people usually mistake you for Kaylee. Could you like compare and contrast yourself to the character?
You know, I think we have a couple of, I mean, we're both food obsessed. We're both, we both love romance. But Kaylee is very, very wide-eyed and kind of expects the best out of people. And I'm a bit more sardonic and grew up in a big city, and I'm just kind of like, yeah, I think, you know, it's hard for me to compare and contrast, but I just know who I am, and it's just so different, you know. That's why I say on Twitter, my Twitter bio is, expect me to be just like your favorite character from your favorite show at your own risk.
Yes, go ahead.
Hi, Joel. I'm sure you get a lot of favorite type of questions and what you like best about such and such, but I'm curious, what has been one of your more difficult you had to deal with on your road of being an actor?